Welcome to the channel, and today I'd love to show you something about geometric progression known as sum to infinity. Well, sum to infinity is applicable, for example, when you want to predict the future value of a commodity whose value is depreciating with time. When the common ratio R is less than unity, or in other words, when R is less than 1, the sum of n terms is given by the formula a into 1 subtract r power n over 1 minus r, which may be written as Sn equals a over 1 minus r subtract ar power n over 1 minus r. But since r is less than 1, r power n becomes much less as the value of n approaches infinity. Hence, the value ar power n over 1 minus r becomes approaches 0, as the value of n approaches infinity. And thus, as the sum of n terms approaches a over 1 minus r as n approaches infinity, where a over 1 minus r is called the sum to infinity, and it is the limiting value of the sum of infinite number of terms. So the sum to infinity is now given by this formula a over 1 minus r, which is valid when the value of r ranges between -1 and 1. For example, the sum to infinity of a geometric progression given, let's compute that. The first value is 1, that means a is 1, and our value of r is a half, because if you take 1 over 4 divided by a half, you get a half. So that the sum to infinity becomes 1 divided by 1 subtract a half, and this one is 1 over a half, which is 2.